Hello, Evan here from XpertVR for your expert recap of March 11th, 2022. So, in this recap, we go through everything metaverse related that's happened in the education space this past week, highlighting at least one virtual reality metaverse side of things, one NFT blockchain as it relates to education, something that XpertVR has been up to, and an interesting project that we've been following. So, starting off, we have this Vice article about how eye tracking is another reason the metaverse will suck. So, definitely meant to be a controversial article here. It that said, it does highlight some of the good reasons for eye tracking and a lot of the bad reasons for eye tracking and other biometric feedback inside of virtual reality and the metaverse in general. Mainly highlighting why having eye tracking is bad for ad creation because if used maliciously, it could allow people or companies to track what type of ads attract you more, what type of ad placement attracts you better, and be used as just a money making machine and maybe ads that aren't created just to sell you things but to influence you in bad ways. So definitely not great how this could be implemented, looking at how companies like Facebook have used ads in the past. But in the same way, if we look to the education space, eye tracking and other biometric feedback like your movement, heart rate, all kinds of things that are tracked with biometric data can allow trainers or teachers to know if somebody's confident inside of a simulation, if they're looking at the right places that they should be looking at, and that they're following the right safety procedure, uh, that they're actually learning, completing the tasks properly, that they're learning inside of the simulations they're in. So, this type of biometric feedback can be very helpful to make sure that a student is progressing along the right path as they're learning. So a lot of negatives, but also a lot of benefits and advantages. So we want to make sure to use this technology properly and regulate it properly as it continues to grow and innovate. Then wanted to highlight this interesting article. Don't know if it's Nemis or Nemis, but basically this company or this project, they launched a collectible NFT that allows you to conserve and protect the Amazon rainforest. So by collecting these cards that you can see here, you're donating to the project that then helps the Amazon rainforest. So they've already secured 41,000 hectares that are actual at-risk land in the Amazon rainforest and are planning to get a lot more as well. So this is a great example of how somebody or a group of people can have an impactful and interesting idea and create an NFT project to fund that idea and find like-minded people. So in the education space, I could see this type of idea coming up where a bunch of students are fed up with how they're learning some type of course or some sort of program, and they could launch an NFT project that other people in the similar program or people that have gone through the same experience as them can then purchase this NFT and fund the development of virtual reality simulations, fund better teachers, or maybe even fund a whole university or college to teach the way that they want to be taught. So very interesting how these projects could be used at the very small scale just to get a creative project off the ground in some type of nonprofit way, like you see here in this example, or in some sort of way of in the education sector. Then moving on to Expert VR and what we've been up to. Excited to announce that Clutch.co, which is where we get all of our ratings done by our clients, they have recognized us as an industry game changer in Canada and wrote this blog post for us. So just really proud to be recognized for the third year in a row by Clutch as a leader in Canada. And yeah, really cool to see them recognizing us in this way and to continue to see our clients and partners rating us with 4 and mostly 5 stars on their platform. Then lastly, a project that I'm interested in and that we've been watching is POAP. A friend of mine actually works with this company, and it's a really cool NFT application. So POAP stands for Proof of Attendance Protocol, And basically, this is a free NFT that you get for different events that you go to, courses that you attend and pass, all kinds of different things it could be used for, but proves that you were in attendance there. So by attending, the person that sets up the class or the event has some way to scan that you're there, or you put in your email, or you put in your crypto wallet, and then you're sent this proof of attendance. And there's still some troubles with how it works because people might show up just for 1 minute and try and get the POAP, or other people might find a back door to get the POAP. But they're working on ways to track how long somebody's been at the event, getting rid of bots from taking these POAPs. So I think it's a really interesting tool that could be used in the future by education institutions, or anybody in the education space, to prove that somebody went to a course, maybe even prove that they got a certain grade, and completely free to then give out to the students, and then becomes a virtual resume that anybody that's applying for a job, they can show all the POAPs they have, and through those POAPs they can highlight specific ones, maybe the courses that they took or the programs they completed, but also saying, outside of school or outside of my learning, here's an event that I attended where I met X, Y, or Z person, or watched that person speak and learned from them there, or here's where I was networking at this event and grew my networking connections. So really interesting to have this as kind of a new age resume, that instead of just being a resume of words that people could lie about, it has actually proven that you've done these things, and um, it is on the blockchain that you can track. So that was your weekly Expert VR recap for March 11th, 2022. Hopefully you learned something about these projects, and if you have any questions, please comment below or DM Expert VR or myself, Evan Sittler, and I'd be happy to talk about any of these and research them more with you. Hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you next week.